Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart, #Dugong Chino, Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities, BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific, AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc., Jimmy C.
I've come to love my identity as Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart.
I grew up in a Chinese community and this made me who I am.
Chinoy cuisine is my home cuisine. I grew up with it, Chinese food, I'm familiar with it.
Growing up, I realized that, we have to embrace this identity. Like, who else is going to make Chinoy food than a Chinoy chef? And so as I got older, I sort of dropped this whole idea of trying to prove myself in a different field and just embrace my own identity, my own history and culture to become a Chinoy chef. This year marks my 20th year in the food industry. Most of my family doesn't really cook, so it came as a big surprise for them when I told them that I wanted to work in the food industry. But I don't think they realized that they were a big influence on me, because a lot of our family gatherings, whether, we would celebrate Chinese New Year or Potyong Chu, there was always food around. And that's why I knew that I wanted to be around food. I wanted to write about it. I wanted to research about it, photograph it. I just wanted to work with food. So in our family, only my ama cooks, all right? And she had this thought that, oh, you're a guy. So if you're a guy, you don't need to cook. It's a very outdated idea that only the women belong in the kitchen. So they never really took the time to teach me Chinoy dishes. So what I would do is actually watch from afar and watch them prepare, for example, lumpia or mawan, the meatballs. When I became a chef, that's when I started to work on these recipes again. And I was pretty surprised by how much I remembered. The term Chinese food is so vast. But I think what truly makes Chinese food special is the appreciation of texture. So every cuisine wants to talk about flavor, right? Good flavors, contrasting flavors. But for Chinese cuisine, there are dishes that sort of lack in flavor, and you're supposed to just appreciate the texture. I think that's what truly makes Chinese food unique. I'm gonna be making paofan. So I don't think there's a dish that best encapsulates the Chinoy spirit more than paofan. We're gonna use a lot of leftovers, and in a Chinoy household, as with any Pinoy household, you're always gonna have leftover rice. So we're gonna cook with that. So I'm gonna start by building the broth. So the real paofan is just water and rice. So that's what my dad used to eat a lot. So they call it ambe, and it's horrible. It tastes like nothing. So he just adds like pork floss to it. So this time I want to make something more luxurious from this dish that's supposed to be very simple, right? So I'm gonna start with some seafood stock, and then I'm gonna enhance that with some kombu. So I'm gonna drop that in. And basically, you just want to bring this to a boil. You don't want to boil kombu too much. So I'm going to drop unsalted butter into our pot. And then I'm going to add the lobster. So this is leftover cooked lobster. Common theme among all of my ingredients here is, of course, being leftovers, stuff that I found in the fridge. I didn't really go to the grocery to get anything new because then that would break the spirit of the paofan, right? Which is just leftovers. And the other thing is I want to build a lot of umami. I have here some organic eggs. So I'm just gonna mix these eggs. You can eat the kombu, but it's not super pleasant. But we got all of the flavors anyway. And then to this, I'm going to add our leftover rice. So there you go. You can even use the tutong, right? Because it's gonna soften up anyway. So at this point, you have two choices. You can cook the paofan for 5 minutes, and that will result in a more liquidy version. Or you can cook it longer for about 10 minutes, then it becomes a little thicker. So that's up to you. Yeah, that's it. This is my lobster and egg paofan.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities. BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific. AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc. Jimmy C. Chua Beng Teng. Real Estate Hub. Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation. Japan Parts Trading Center. Nung Family. Ford Tractor Philippines, your long-term agriculture partner. Global Diesel and GU Engineering. Enrique Chua. Sherwin Choi. Albert Ko. Evergreen Cereals. Western Guarantee Insurance. Imperial de Jesus. Jersey Haven. PG Flex Linoleum and Maruyama Tarpaulin. Aningo. Veco Paper. SM Supermalls. Philippine Jinjiang General Association Incorporated. Thomas Kua. Leia Go. Anonymous. Federation of Filipino Chinese Association of the Philippines Foundation, Inc. Philippine Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc. Filipino Chinese Amateur Athletic Federation. Filipino Chinese Youth Business Association. Philippine Xinlian Association. Grand Family Association of the Philippines, Inc. Phil Chinese Charitable Association, Inc. Filipino Chinese General Chamber of Commerce, Inc. Philippine Academy of Sakya Alumni Association, Inc. Philippine Xiamen Amity Association, Inc. and Philippine Xiamen Chamber of Commerce, Inc.
Oishi bread pan. Pida sa recess ang baong bread slices na may crunch. Oh, wow!
In all my years, I've learned that you can never give too much of your time for the things and people that you love. With so much that I do, I need to remember to prioritize my physical and, of course, oral health. As we age, our gum potentially recedes. As it recedes, it causes swollen or bleeding gums, and worse, tooth sensitivity or pangingilo. I use Gumtech because it has ingredients like allantoin and vitamin E that helps prevent bleeding gums. It also helps reduce plaque buildup that causes gums to recede further. Gumamit ng Gumtech Sensitive Toothpaste na may dynamic desensitizing system para tumulong umiwas sa pangingilo. Happy tayo with Gumtech. Pair your toothpaste with Gumtech mouthwash.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart.
I've been working as a professional since the early 2000s. What inspired me to be a chef is because I like being creative. I love colors. And somehow the Chinese in me took that into food. So, kaya ako naging chef. Art is not so common no, pag sa Chinese family. So, even if you like art, you have to turn your passion into something that can make money, no? Parang they think art is like display. Hindi nila naisip it could be work. So, I took my art and made it into profit. As a Chinese Filipino, the interest, parang food is always part of our life, right? Food is always part of our celebration. Chinese food is not easy to master. Baka nanonood ng TV, kala mo pa ganun-ganun lang. Hindi katulad nung lahat lutong. Hindi. There's a certain lutong biglang kailangan chewy. One thing that siguro I had to teach myself because there's no book is how the starches work in Chinese cooking or Chinese desserts, no? Like ba yung mga wheat starch, corn starch, potato starch, cassava starch, kamote starch, how they work in desserts and in food. Iba-iba Iba-ibang starch, iba-iba yung reaction pag ginamit. Chinoy cuisine is my home cuisine. There are many things I know how to cook and I have no idea why I know. Mas marami akong alam na lutuin na Chinese food na hindi ko alam bakit alam ko. Simply because I saw it, I grew up with it, I'm familiar with it. So, really, Chinoy food is my home food.
Okay, Chef, I'm really excited for dessert. So what are we making today?
So, today, let's do something that is very close to us being Chinese Filipino. It's called tablea cube. The Pinoy part is, of course, the tablea. And the pudding part. So, first, this is what you learn first. As a kid, you learn how to make leche flan.
Okay, leche flan first. So that means yung pinaka-caramel.
And then, a bit of water. Leche flan. Kasi it's supposed to be the simplest na madaling gawin. Okay? So, you just put your sugar and then your water and just leave it until it turns caramel.
Yes.
As you can see, part of it is already caramel and then one part is wala pa. So, at that point, pwede mo na yan haluin. Then, close na siya so that you don't have that fear of yung sunog.
Right.
Naka-close na siya, so hindi na yan masusun.
Saka yung pag-stir mo, nag-i-even out yung color.
Yes. Okay, and then you add water.
Oh, that's new for me. Okay.
Modern na. Okay, and then I have here pala, I have here some gelatin that I have bloomed in water. Let's do our tablea part, no? We have here the tablea. Tablea is very Pinoy. So we just put tablea, fresh milk, and a bit of sugar. Very, very simple dessert. That's how Chinese desserts are really, diba? Simple lang. Ihalo natin the rest of the milk.
Okay.
And we will add our bloom gelatin. There you go. And this is the flan part. Hindi masyadong uso sa amin yung magtrabaho sa corporation, ganyan. Hindi ako kasi it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Nung time na parang gusto nila negosyo. That's a Chinese part. Yun nga, sabi ng mga parents ko, the truth is, that's what they said, na parang yung love mo, kailangan mag-translate ng pera.
Ng pera.
This is my tablea. Tablea cube. There you go.
Tablea cube. Excited to taste this, Chef.
What inspired me to be a chef is my mom. I used to see her a lot at the kitchen cooking for us. Growing up, I studied at Una High School, so I was surrounded with Filipino Chinese like me. We basically eat what our parents gives us. So it's mainly Chinoy food. And when I explored at Binondo and ate their food, this really inspired me to study the traditions on how to make the dish from its roots and its traditions. Staying at the kitchen, it takes up most of your time. So you're mostly on your feet the whole day and either studying or working the whole day. So you don't usually spend time with your loved ones the most. Every single time I cook, I put my feelings to it. So I put love to it. And this is how I share my feelings to the people that I love.
Okay, Cheska, what are we making?
Hi, Chef. Today we're going to make atin. It's a oyster cake. Oyster omelet cake, but the unique thing about this is that I'm not using any eggs.
Okay, so what are the main ingredients?
Very, very easy to make. So here we have sweet potato powder, flour, spring onions, some oysters, oyster meat, and then salt and oil.
All right, first step.
Okay, first step, we're gonna add in the oysters.
Okay.
You can add this whole or maybe half of it.
Okay.
Add half of it. While a chef is mixing it up, I'm gonna heat up some oil.
Yes, chef. That's the proper answer. So, basically, you're just trying this. And since you did not add an egg, it's not gonna burn really
Yes,
quick.
it's not really gonna burn quickly. If you want kasi less oil, especially for us Chinese, diba? Want less oil, kaya non-stick pan po ang gamit.
A lot of people think na in Chinese cuisine, when we add spring onions or leeks, na it's just for garnish.
Yes.
But actually, there's a lot of flavor.
Flavorful diba?
This looks really good. And if people are, for example, allergic to oysters, they can change.
Yes. You can use shrimp, you can use squid instead.
And you can also add more veggie.
Yes, you can add as much as veggies as you want.
Bean sprouts, even carrots.
Bean sprouts are gonna give a good crunch to it.
Okay. Chef, I'm excited to eat this.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. #Dugong Chino, Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities. BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific. AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc. Jimmy C. Chua Beng Teng. Real Estate Hub. Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation. Japan Parts Trading Center. Nung Family. Ford Tractor Philippines, your long-term agriculture partner. Global Diesel and GU Engineering. Enrique Chua. Sherwin Choi. Albert Ko. Evergreen Cereals. Western Guarantee Insurance. Imperial de Jesus. Philflex Wires and Cables. Conchita Go. Verleo Catering. Philippine Valve Manufacturing Corporation and Nation Manufacturing and Industrial Products Corporation. Jersey Haven. SM Supermalls. Philippine Jinjiang General Association Incorporated. Lea Go. Federation of Filipino Chinese Association of the Philippines Foundation, Inc. Philippine Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc. Filipino Chinese Amateur Athletic Federation. Filipino Chinese Youth Business Association. Philippine Xinlian Association. Philippine Academy of Sakya Alumni Association, Inc. Philippine Xiamen Amity Association, Inc. and Philippine Xiamen Chamber of Commerce, Inc. Murphy Chu.
Spritz hard seltzer? Is it sparkling water?
No.
Is it soda? Beer? Hard? Nope.
It's a spiked sparkling sensation.
Low sugar, low calories, low ABV.
Refreshingly. Spritz!
Una sa lahat, salamat sa'yo. Kasama ka sa lahat ng una sa buhay ko. Unang kiss namin, ikaw ang saksi. Unang gitara ko, unang sweldo, T-Ice para sa tropa. Una sa lahat, ice ang sarap.
Today, the Federation of Filipino Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industries celebrates Mid-Autumn Festival with the young people of our community, the young Filipino Chinese. The importance here is to promote better relationship between the young people in our community.
The Mid-Autumn Festival is anchored on the lunar calendar. The Mid-Autumn Day is the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. And on that day, the moon would be its biggest and brightest. How is that related to migrants? It's related because the Mid-Autumn Festival has always been celebrated in China. So the migrants, when they come here, parang, oh, mid-autumn na. Oh, ang liwanag ng buwan. Namimiss ko na pamilya ko sa China. Part of it is a migrant inheritance as well, na kahit saan kami mapunta, pareho yung buwan. So, the Mid-Autumn Festival, more than the mooncake, it's a family connectedness. How can I connect with my family when I'm so far away? It's through the moon because we're looking at the same thing.
This celebration of Mid-Autumn Festival is a celebration of Chinese culture in the Philippines. So let's all participate and enjoy the event. And together, I want to greet you a very, very, very happy Mid-Autumn Festival. 中秋最快乐!
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart.
I'm so excited to eat. I hope you guys like my dish. So this is my take on lugao. So that's with seafood stock, and then I had some leftover lobster which I poached in butter, pickled ampalaya, and soft scrambled eggs. When you operate a fine dining restaurant, you have lots of odds and ends. So yeah, I join. You can just mix it up. So I don't know about you guys, pero the reason why I created the dish is my dad used to eat ambe all the time with like plain white lang na walang lasa, and then he would just add pork floss.
Yes.
Yun lang. Tapos parang for me it was so flavorless. Kaya na-inspire ako to make lugao that's like super packed with flavor.
Yeah, but this is more, modern, I mean, what you're saying, ambe is like really when you're sick, when may sakit ka or you just want to feel better, right? And usually it's like cleansing.
That's true.
Diba?
Francheska, what did you make here?
Here we have it's a oyster omelet cake. I didn't put any egg. So it's basically oyster cake. So for it to be crispy, I omitted the egg.
Kanina, Chef Jackie and I were sort of snickering kasi we made a couple of dishes that are kind of a little bit more modern. And then the youngest one among us is the one that makes it very traditional. I'm excited to try.
This is actually The base is a Japanese purin. It's like a flan but lighter. But I've done it with tablea because as a Chinese person, we like pudding, but we also like very light dessert.
The best compliment is hindi masyado matamis.
Oo, parate gusto gano'n. Something that a mouth will say, oh, hotcha, di ba? Kasi, oh, yan, galing. Pumayag si ama. Parang gano'n. The 3 values I hold as a Chinoy chef are, number 1, if you want to be successful, there's no shortcut. So, number 2, if you can do 90%, you can definitely do 100%. Number 3, which a modern Chinoy should do, is to be compassionate. Meaning, as a boss, sa employer, marami tayo niyan, Chinoy di ba? Kailangan compassionate tayo. Yan ang parati kong sinasabi, ang mga modern Chinoy, mababait na employer. Hindi mo masasabi na, basta, we have to give what is due to everybody around us.
I am proud to be Chinese by blood and Filipino by heart because I grew up with the Chinoy community and they're very supportive about everything I do. And they helped me with my business and it made me who I am today.
I'm proud to be Chinese by blood and now Filipino by heart. Kasi yung Chinese influence ko, talagang malaking tulong yan sa pagiging chef because mahirap maging chef. No, it's not easy. Syempre, as a Filipino naman, very sweet, very mindful, di ba? So, parang mix mo. You have puff and you have sweet. So, very Chinese Filipino.
I think I've come to love my identity as a Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart chef because number 1, it makes me unique, but also more importantly, I think it gives me a little bit of agency because I know that I'm standing on, decades, even centuries of history in this country, right? A history of hard work, of heroism, and I'm standing on the shoulders of all of these great Chinoys of the past. So being a chef from that lineage really gives me a lot of pride and agency.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. #Dugong Chino, Pusong Pinoy was brought to you by Federation of Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities. BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific. AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc. Jimmy C.